Ladies and gentlemen, what you're looking at here on your screen here is a professional shooter. Not a normal earthling like me or you. Normal people think it's easy. We go to our backyard or we go to a gym and man, we play high school basketball, or maybe even college, man. Some of y'all played in college and stuff like that. And you were pretty decent, you were pretty good, and you were a shooter, and you think you're really good until you see a real professional shooter. One of the greatest shooters of all time, which is Kelvin Clark. And you wonder why she's so great? It's because of all the time and the work that she put in the gym to become great. And see, people wonder why, oh man, why are so many people like this young lady? What is it about her, What's so special? Well, it all starts from right here in the gym, doing what she did at a very young age, putting millions and thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of jump shots, become great. People just think, oh man, she just stepped on the court and just started shooting logo threes and stuff like that. Nah, it took a lot of work. And what you're seeing here is a gym rat who's a tireless worker, and she just can't stay off the floor, and she want to be great. And this is cool to see. But Caitlin, we love you. We want to see you play. We want you out there as fast as possible. You're supposed to be injured. You're supposed to be just chilling out, resting for a few weeks. And my question is, where is Coach? Coach White, Stephanie White. It is your job to keep an eye out on your superstar and go get the ball out of her hands and tell her to go sit this one out and rest. That is the coach's job. And see, if Caitlin Clark come back and she get injured again, people gonna be referencing back to this video and stuff like that and be like, well, she's supposed to be injured and the diagnosis was 2 to 3 weeks, and why is the coach out here letting her shoot and stuff like that, And they right. This is the coach's job. The coach is supposed to, Caitlin, go sit this one out, relax. You know what I mean? But it's a cool video, man. It's an encouraging sign that maybe it'll be closer to the 2 weeks instead of 3 or 4 weeks that she'll be back. But Caitlin need to chill out, man. Just rest, man. Her missing 4 or 5 games early in the year is much better than her missing a playoff game or last 2 or 3 weeks. They fighting for a playoff position, a playoff spot or something. And she's tired. Her quad is starting to hurt again, man. Coach White, you need to come get your superstar and tell her just chill out. Okay, now let's talk about the conversation that's been going on around the WNBA, around the physicality, and is the play physical in the WNBA or is it dirty? There's been a lot of talk about it since Caitlin got injured, and yesterday the news broke that she's gonna be out 2 weeks. A lot of people have been talking about, hey, is the league too physical? Are they too dirty and stuff like that? And last year when I started back watching the WNBA, I seen the physicality, and early on I was just kind of like, okay, it's just the way the WNBA is, just a physical league, like they say. And then when I went to the game last year and I saw it up close, I was like, God damn, these women are like really, really physical. And then as the season progressed, the stuff that was going on with Caitlin Clark, a lot of the dirty stuff, and then she got hit in the eye and some of the cheap stuff, and I just kind of like, God damn, And me saying, God damn, it's too physical and kind of dirty at times is because I grew up watching physical basketball. I grew up watching the NBA in the 80s and 90s. And the NBA back then was way more physical than it is now. So I seen the rough, the Celtics, Larry Bird was a very physical player. I seen the Detroit Pistons in the late 80s with Isaiah, and Bill Laimbeer, and Rick Mahorn, and John Sally. And these dudes going around the NBA terrorizing the league and beating up Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen with rough play. And then later the Chicago Bulls and the Knicks. The Knicks were real physical, and the Indiana Pacers and the Knicks and the Miami Heat.
Serene, outlet to Worthy, Rambis. And now let's watch it. Cooper and the Celtics, and now the bench is empty.
Stolen by Pippen. That's a flagrant foul, too. That's going to be two shots in the ball. Pippen Starks hurt the ball. It's going to be a technical on Starks if he's not careful. Pippen is down.
Find open people.
See Sting, and the 24-second clock goes down, and Bird and Laimbeer go at it. On the switch, Jordan, guarded by Laimbeer. No easy layups when you get to this point of the playoffs.
At the pick, Jordan lost Vinnie Johnson, and Laimbeer just fired at Jordan. Michael doesn't like it. And now Woolridge is telling Laimbeer to get away.
This is Jordan at 1-on-1 now.
Rodman won't give an inch. He hits the deck. So does Rodman and Laimbeer, and a foul against Detroit.
So it wasn't a shock to me at first. I get it to some of the new viewers that are just casuals and maybe not watch basketball as much, and they new to the sport. It might have been kind of shocking to them at first, but to me it wasn't. But when I'm watching the game, and I watched the beginning of this year, and I seen the Atlanta Dream game and stuff like that, and they all up on Kelvin and stuff being rough. But what really caught my eye is the game this Saturday. We played the New York Liberty, and some of the plays in that game. And some of it wasn't even on Kelvin Clark. There's a specific play at the end of the game on DeWanna Bonner, where the game is tied. Caitlin's driving to the lane. She does a bounce pass to DeWanna Bonner. And she clearly gets fouled, and the refs don't call it. She gets like hip check, and she falls to the floor. And at that moment, I was like, God dang, man. Like, at that point, even me, that's used to physical basketball, even I had to come to the realization, like, damn, man, the officiating in this league is just, it can be very poor at times, and they need to clean it up, man. Like, let's look at this play real quick with DeWanna Bonner at the end of this game, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't know how the hell they missed this call. I get it, physical league, playing rough. I get it. But at some point, like, goddamn, call the foul. Let's look at this play right quick. All right, let's look at this play here at the end of the fourth quarter. 17 and a half seconds. Score is tied at 88. Caitlin Clark got the ball. She's being guarded by Natasha Cloud. And as I play this video and you see Caitlin Clark drive to the lane, you're gonna see Jonquel Jones step over to come up. She's gonna come off Bonner to help, and then as she come over to help to stop the drive, Caitlin's gonna bounce pass it to Bonner. And when Bonner goes up for a shot, Natasha Cloud comes off of Caitlin Clark and bumps into her with her right hip. Let's roll it. All right, I'm gonna pause it right there. As you can see, okay, she's driving, she's getting past the Cloud. Jonquel Jones about to step up to help to stop the drive. And when she drive, she's gonna bounce past it to Bonner, and watch Natasha Cloud right here, and watch her right hip bump into Bonner's right hip. And you tell me, how is this not a foul? I don't understand this. Bam, right there. It's like, I'll rewind it so you can see it kind of in slow motion. Let's go back. As we go forward, see bounce passes to Bonner and watch Bonner go up. And right here, wham, right there, you see that Natasha Cloud, her right hip bumps Bonner's right hip and just bam, knocks it to the floor right there, and no foul call. They consider that a clean block. I'm like, dude, come on, bro. Like, I get it. Natasha Cloud, she's tough, defensive player, rough, rugged. I get it. But damn, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at it from the other angle here. Okay, the other angle, Caitlin Clark is driving. She gonna bounce pass. And as she bounce pass, watch right here, bam, right there. You see Natasha Cloud, her right hip bumps right into Bonner's right hip. No foul call. None. I don't even think she touches the ball. It's tough to see, but you can see clearly that's a foul. Right hip on right hip. No foul call. You know, and she knocking to the floor. They call that a clean block. Like, come on, man. Like, I get it. Physical basketball, I'm used to seeing it and everything, but damn, am I watching a hip check from a hockey game, or am I watching the free safety from the Pittsburgh Steelers play football, or am I watching the WNBA? Like, at some point, like, goddamn, call a damn foul, man. Like, that's not a clean play, man. And I ain't the one to be complaining about physical play, but damn, man, you gonna let her just hip check her? You know, if y'all want to change the league to the WNFL, then okay, cool. I ain't tripping. Just y'all go ahead and tackle each other, and whoever can make a shot, cool. Just let me know. But it's supposed to be basketball. And goddamn, blow the damn whistle, ref. This girl laying on the floor. And this ain't even Caitlin Clark. This is just a role player, Bonner. Knock on the goddamn floor, man. All right, good people, man. I just wanted to give a few quick thoughts, man, on the Caitlin Clark situation and the injury. Didn't get to comment on it yesterday because of the holiday, man. Hope all y'all had a blessed holiday, Memorial Day weekend with your family, or just off time from work, man. I hope everything went well, man. And, you know, much love to Caitlin Clark. I know she gym rat, and, you know, she anxious to get back to work and, you know, and get better with her shot, man. But Coach White, get your superstar, get her, put her to the side, and just let her relax for a few weeks. I think in the next 2 weeks they play only 4 games. They play the Washington Mystics twice, Connecticut Sun, New York Liberty again. The Washington Mystics are improved. They drafted Kiki Irfan from USC. She's been playing well. They also drafted Sonia Cintron from Notre Dame. She's been playing very well, so the Mystics are improved, and then they also playing the Connecticut Sun. Connecticut Sun is not very well, and they not playing very well this year. They have not won a game, and I just checked the score, and they losing right now. So, you know, then they got the tough game with the Liberty. You know, hopefully, man, you know, Caitlin come back sooner or later, and maybe the team could be just 500 until she come back, and you know, go from there, man. You know. So, you know, Sydney Colson and Sophie Cunningham, y'all have to hold it down till Caitlin get back. And, you know, that's that, man. Prayers out to Caitlin Clark. Hope she gets well soon. And hope she gets to feeling better and she come back better than ever and do her thing for the rest of the year. So, that's that. I'm up out of here. I'll catch y'all next time.